What's up everybody, Zappa here. Welcome to the first Nostalgix State of the Union. The first one ever recorded on a camera at least. I've been brainstorming a lot this week on where I and Nostalgix need to go in 2023, and I thought instead of just typing it all out, let's actually hop in front of a camera and talk to you face to face for the first time in a while about where we are going. Alright, first order of business, set 2 and 3. Harmonic Surge has already been sent to print and we fully paid for it. We have 10,000 first edition booster boxes of that incoming to us, and we'll be working with our distributors over the next month to see where the rest of the boxes are going. So whether or not we have any more left over for pre-orders will highly depend on the distribution agreements that we have with Australia, Canada, the US, and Europe. Obviously, set 3 Cosmic Collision is on our minds, and we have a spreadsheet in place where we are tracking the progress of that. We have to have the spreadsheet done by end of February so we can get all the art produced for set 3, and then the cards made from that for a send to print date of June 2023, which would mean that the set 3 would launch in December of next year. Nostalgix trading card game online. I've reached out to a Unity and C# developer to help create the first Nostalgix Online prototype and hopefully eventually digital card game. I'm also considering taking a master course on this because once you allocate a project, I feel like you still need to know how it works. Otherwise, the river of money just opens up. You're like, okay, make this program and I don't know how to do anything, so it's all on you. And then you're just bleeding money at that point. So with a master course of Unity and C# myself, I could also go in there, troubleshoot, and directly contribute to the development of our online product and make it the best it can possibly be. Marketing is also high on our list. Initially, we had a plan of reaching out to YouTubers and content creators to turn them into cards and then use that to acquire new audiences from trusted sources. That is still very much our plan, and we've started reaching out to many YouTubers. The process has been slow and methodical, but it is moving. And we've got some product out to partners on there who are currently reviewing it and figuring out which level of influence they want to push for Nostalgix, whether it's just like a shout out in a video, an integration into like a project they're working on, or a full on, we are your hero in Nostalgix and here's a product to my brand. So we're kind of working those different tiers and figuring out where people land and proceeding as we see fit. Many on our team know how to make marketing, that's no problem. However, the practice of actually implementing that marketing for a global audience is an entirely different story. So I think this would be a great one to outsource, and we are currently looking for a video production company to help make that killer Nostalgix video that we could just put on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok and send it to the moon. Like basically put a campaign behind it, have it lead to a funnel that ends up at Merch Arena and our community sources, and then just let it rip. Think Dollar Shave Club. With one video, they turned a business from a couple million to like tens of millions of dollars in revenue. And that's something we need to do for Nostalgix to really get the word out and break through the fuzz that is the 100 plus TCGs at this point that have launched on Kickstarter in the past year. So on that note, expect a contest coming up soon where we actually ask you, what would you make for a commercial for Nostalgix? We'd rather pay our community than a faceless team of video developers currently. If the contest doesn't yield the right results, we will go back to a video production company, but we'd like to give our audience, the core members of Nostalgix, the opportunity first to blow us away and impress the entire world. Local game store expansion. This falls under the marketing category a little bit. So we've actually fully transitioned Frank's role into an outreach right now as Gem is still being developed. He's been reaching out to 10 plus stores every week, talking to owners, organizing demo events, and really just getting in front of people to say, hey, we have this amazing product. Would you like to learn more about it? How can we help your store make money and create a community for your store in 2023? And that's been going really, really well. The list that he's generating, along with Courtney, MJ, and myself, is being fed into MailChimp, where we are going to be developing LGS-specific emails that will send out early next year and funnel people down a path that leads them into eventually creating their own communities and stocking the product at their stores, whether they're an LGS, an OGS, or just anybody wanting to get the game. Additionally, I'll be talking to Target, Games by James, and possibly other partners to get a big box opening of Nostalgix. And likely our first product run would be a blister pack, but if it's not that, it will be a fusion of set 2 and set 1 and kind of a mixed product, similar to those plastic ones that you find from Pokemon where they have like the 4 packs and the promo in front. We would do something similar and mix different sets together. Of course, next we have Nostalgix League. This is something that we've been working on for, it feels like a long time, but the League kits are finally en route. All the cards are shipping as of today, and the playmats have been shipped as well. They're all coming to our headquarters here, where we will kit them up and send them off to Fulfillrite and distributors to get in the hands of local game stores. We have enough product to support between 100 and 300 local game stores in our first month of Nostalgix League, and we look to maintain that and grow it as the rest of 2023 develops. Nostalgix Gem is currently functional, but is a little bit of a mess grammatically and stylistically. It's not quite where I want it to be yet. So we have 61 change requests in, 29 of which have actually been completed, and we are looking to finish that up in January so we can start launching it to all of you stores and get the league rolling. Battle for Makora. Vim is currently working on the draft of part 1 of 3 of this graphic novel expansion to the Nostalgix universe, and while it is ambitious, he was able to get through all the beats of all 3 parts in a 1-hour meeting with me, so I feel confident that it's not too big, you know? Like, it's actually compressible and we can digest it and actually present it in a book that isn't going to take us 2 years to produce. So right now our task with that is getting part 1 done. It'll be about the size of like an Avatar: The Last Airbender graphic novel, and about the quality of that as well. We're hoping to go full color with this and not, you know, cut any corners on it, but actually produce it correctly and really give the first true look into Nostaram in a really fleshed out way with multiple new characters and a lot of returning ones as well. I'm actually going to meet Vim in 2 days here in New York City. He's flying his family out as kind of a thank you for all the support this year, and I'm flying out as well to meet him since he's finally coming to the US. And we're going to talk about Battle for Makora pretty much the entire time, just like enjoy each other's company and the big city. So Vim, I'll see you soon. I cannot wait. The biggest thing with Battle for Makora is whether or not we're going to have to outsource the production of the graphics or if we can actually do it in-house with Vim and Edwin. So we're looking at between set 3 and Battle for Makora, is the timing there to pull off one before the other has to start. And if time allows, we're going to have Vim and Edwin create this amazing novel for you all, and you've seen their work. They are incredible. I cannot wait to show you more. It is looking so good. Finances. This is something I hadn't anticipated talking about publicly until just today, when I discovered there's not really much information out there on all these TCGs popping off on Kickstarter, and I wanted to be very forthright and tell you all where we are standing. All right, so headed into 2023, we have just over $400,000 in the bank, and that is not from the Kickstarter, that is from distributors and direct sales that we have produced over the past year. Kickstarter money has been fully used into product and distribution, and we're happy that we were able to get the funding to launch our business in the right direction. We're anticipating taxes to eat about $200,000 of that as we get into next year around April, and that's just because business tax is crazy expensive. So all the TCGs that ended in December, rest in peace. Good luck with those profits. Oof. We are looking at about operating expenses of about $33,000 per month, and that's between our 7 full-time employees, including myself, and all the software costs that we have upgoing between the sites, the platforms, Fulfillrite, everything. We're currently sitting on $1.4 million in product, and we anticipate Harmonic Search to bring in between $500,000 and $2 million in 2022. And again, Cosmic Collision, the same amount of money, hopefully more, if we can increase our expansion and our rate of adoption for Nostalgix in the world. So in conclusion, it is a little scary going into a year where your anticipated operating costs for the next year are more than the amount of money you anticipate having at the end of this year. But that's business. You create new products, you launch new features, and you continue to build your business and survive. Kickstarter was just the beginning. That got us the money that we needed to launch Nostalgix at first. To keep Nostalgix going, we need sticking power. And for that, I have to say thank you to all of you for helping maintain the brand, building us up. Every share on social media, every battle against your friends, every local game store demo night is an opportunity to make new memories and new friends along the way. And that in turn helps us stay alive and continue to make those memories possible with you guys. So thank you, honestly. Like, that's why we're here, is to make a platform and a world lush with life that you can join and enjoy with friends and hopefully make some new memories along the way. We're just here to help kind of guide that along. And if we can continue doing what we love and continue making this world, then you will continue to have amazing cards in this world to come. So I see our future as bright. It goes without saying, but the TCGs that will survive the bubble in 2022 will be the ones still making products in December of 2023 and December of 2024 and onward into the future. With that in mind, what have we launched this year? We have launched over 70 different products. We have launched our base set worldwide. It is now sold in stores from Sydney to California to Europe and everywhere in between. And that's insane. We launched a second set with 125 cards and sent it to print. We also launched 10 different secret shards containing 64 premium full arts for you all to collect. That's a lot of stuff in just a year with 7 people. At this point, it's a game of attrition and perseverance. Whoever can last the longest is going to stay in business. And we have plans to continue making Nostalgix cards long into the future, whether we're making money on the physical release or not. But so far we have been profitable and all the Kickstarter money has been used up and we still have money. And that's a great feeling. So in this next year, you're going to see us continue to build relationships with local game stores and online stores that have supported us since the beginning, creating new bonds with new stores and players, and continuing to make the brand thrive and create new opportunities for players to jump in, whether that's the comic book and lore, whether it's a mobile experience that helps get players that just don't want to touch physical card games. We can get a much larger sphere of influence as we expand the brand, and that's what you're going to see us do. With all that said, thank you once more. You guys have truly made our lives amazing this year, and we cannot wait to continue making amazing games and experiences for you in the future. Until the next update, Zappa out.